The following information will be mind-blowing, but in order to gain this wisdom, you must watch the entire video to grasp the concepts.
This is perhaps the greatest philosophical wisdom of Plato's cave, as it applies to our modern world today. What does Plato's cave have to do with the following? Bible, September 11th, Flat Earth, The Wizard of Oz, Alice and Wonderland, The Matrix, Santa Claus, and just about every other Hollywood movie and/or story you could think of. In Plato's cave, the prisoner's only reality are the shadows on the wall, which they believe are actually real. Remember to open your mind, and let the wisdom and truth flow in. By the end it will all make perfect sense.
Teacher, leave them kids alone. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. We don't need no education. If you don't teach me, you can't have any pudding. We don't need no school control. How can you have any pudding if you don't teach me? Sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in
The elite use the wall to divide and to keep us mentally captive. The wall is a symbol of our ignorance, a symbol of a caged and cornered animal.
no dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Do it again. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. If you don't teach me, you can't have any pudding. We don't need no school control. How can you have any pudding if you don't teach me? No sarcasm in the classroom. Yes, you laddie.
The devil or Satan is a man-made character of nature that represents the darkness, the time of night, the time of winter. Satan is the deceiver of December, the decline of life which is death, represented by the absence of light which is darkness. This is why Satan in Hebrew is shad, as in shadow. The elite have fooled the sheep of VL to actually be scared of a fake shadow on the wall.
Teacher, leave them kids alone.
Years ago I made a documentary about the Gremlins movies from the 80s that foreshadowed the mind programming of the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. YouTube banned my channel. This is an example of why.
Another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. If you don't teach me, you can't have any police.
The elite have fooled the sheep of VL into worshipping fake gods without even knowing it, like the Son of God.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom.
Remember, the sunlight creates the shadows. The light of truth versus the darkness of ignorance and lies.
Hey! Teacher! Leave them kids alone! All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. If you don't teach me, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't teach me? You, there's you, laddie. Poems, everybody. The laddie making himself a poem. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just
As you can see, Operation Flathead was planned decades ago, as was the Flat Earthers card of the Illuminati game.
all in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
The World Trade Center Wall Street Bull put a clamp on the world. They took the knowledge of the spherical wisdom of the sphere dome of Mother Nature, and morphed the knowledge into a knowledge of flat-out dummies. They have no enlightenment and are blind by the truth of light, because they are not bright and live in a cave of darkness and fake shadows.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. If you don't teach me, you can't have any pudding.
From inside the building.
There's you, laddie. Poems, everybody. The laddie making himself a poem. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher,
them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. You're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any pudding.
We don't need no school control.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat me?
There's lots of handsome in the classroom.
Yes, you laddie.
Poems, everybody. The laddie reckons himself a poet.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any
We
pudding.
don't need no school control.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat me?
There's lots of handsome in the classroom.
Yes, you laddie.
Poems, everybody. The laddie reckons himself a poet.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any
We
pudding.
don't need no school control.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat me?
There's lots of handsome in the classroom.
Yes, you laddie.
Poems, everybody. The laddie reckons himself a poet.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
If you don't teach me, you can't have any
We
pudding.
don't need no school control.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat me?
There's lots of handsome in the classroom.
Yes, you laddie.
Poems, everybody.
Diana, Hecate, Meet Kali, in
Isis, Astarte, Diana, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna. 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 Isis, Astarte, Isis, Astarte, Diana, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna. 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 Isis, Astarte.
The elite have used the philosophies of Plato's cave to control the sheeple. Actually, every story you know of is actually an allegory of it. It's a pair of bulls, a parable of Plato's cave. The truth is, almost every story you know about is actually based from it. This includes the Bible, which is why Jesus descends down the rabbit hole, down to the cave of the underworld. He will later rise back to the light of enlightenment. We all come from the dark cave of our mother, which is of course, Plato's cave. So, this is why the elite use this philosophical symbol all the time. We find the cave related to the goddess Gaia, the great god Zeus, the Hindu Krishna and Buddha, and of course, even Jesus. And now you know why the elite tell us that Osama bin Laden was from a cave. And where was Saddam found? In a cave, of course.
Well, let's give them something to drink! To the cliffs!
Madness. This is Sparta!
Are you crazy? The fall will probably kill you.
That was expensive.
Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son. Come with me. It is the only way.
Anticlus! Master! Anticlus! Master! Hold on! Hold on!
Yes. Now you will survive.
This is nonsense! I'm going!
Day one, Greenie. Rise and shine. course of your lives will determine the course of humanity. Into light or darkness.
to support life. What would count down to nothing? It sounds like doomsday.
Exit. Maybe there's a way out of Ember. eyes peeled. Look around every corner. You never know where you might find a clue.
It's too dangerous.
There's a way out. I have proof.
Show me.
We stand united against the darkness. If you have proof, you have to pursue it.
What was that?
In order to be free, we must break the chains that bind us. This is an allegory of being born from our mother's dome, breaking the umbilical cord or the navel, which is the chain we must break away from, in order to leave the cave of darkness and enter into the bright light of enlightenment. The sun is the symbol for death and rebirth. It destroys and also brings life. So, every story you know of has the same elements: the sunlight, the cave or rabbit hole, and the rebirth or the re-emergence from the underworld of death, and back to the overworld of life.
Father, I believe in you. Grant me strength! Retreat! Do something! Stop him!
vast majority of the movies we watch and the stories we read about are actually allegories of Plato's cave, or our mother's womb, the sacred dome. Every story and every character actually is a character of nature, from Mother Nature. Every story is the journey of the traveling fool, the son of God traveling through the seasons of the annual year. The elite create fictional stories that are actually about nature, but they fool the fools into being afraid of enlightenment. The sheep do not understand that 666, Lucifer, Satan, or Apollyon, are all references to light. Only an uneducated, prisoner fool, who lives in a dark ignorant cave, would be afraid of a shadow on the wall. We must break the chains that bind us, we must leave our mother's cave, the sacred dome of ignorance and darkness, and enter into the bright light of enlightenment that comes from God's Son.
One way or another.
Breaking news. The eyes of the city are riveted. 20 stories up on the man on the ledge.
All of these stories are about coming out of the darkness and entering into the bright light of the sun. These are all allegories of the simple process of nature through the seasonal annual year. The orphan who is the traveling fool going on his annual journey. The character reflects this natural process of Mother Nature. The elite have taken these simple concepts and they have twisted them around to fool and scare the slaves who are trapped in a cave, afraid of their own shadow. The sheep laugh and they love to be entertained by shadows on the wall. The sheep do not realize that the elite are the ones who are actually laughing at them. The fools do not understand that they are the ones who are entertaining the elite with their blind stupidity and foolishness. They love to get their slave prisoners to be scared of imaginary, fake concepts, like the devil, or Shad, the shadow. The number 7 represents the sun, the number of division and separation. The pillar of the sun is sacrificed on the 7th day, Sunday, the day of God's Son. The pillar of the moon begins our new week, Monday, or Moon's Day. This is why we find the sacred number of 7, since ancient times. From the 7 gates of Inanna to the biblical number 7, which occurs over 700 times. The Book of Revelation, number 7, end times, and Satan, who is loosed, or unchained for a season. You see, Plato's Cave was written before the New Testament of the Bible. This philosophical story was used as a general base for the Bible. Plato's Cave comes from the 7th book of Plato's Republic. The Re in Republic refers to the sun god, Re or Ra, the lord of the 2 horizons that are divided by the sun and moon. Plato's Republic, the sun and the divided line of episteme, understanding, and doxa, illusions. Remember, the sunlight creates the shadows. The light of truth versus the darkness of ignorance and lies. Do you suffer from horrible dreams and nightmares? I have not had a bad nightmare in years, since the day I found real truth. I will help you free your mind from the dark cave of ignorance, and escape into the light of truth, freeing your mind from the dome, giving true freedom. The elite tease you with your own ignorance of truth. You see, Satan, the devil, Lucifer, 666, and so on, are actually references to the light, or sunlight. You see, they tell you the truth, but the sheep do not grasp it. The biblical God is light, Jesus is the light, Lucifer is the light. These stories are all about wisdom and enlightenment. There is no devil, there is no end times, only ignorant fools are scared of the light of truth. Blind fools who believe the lie, of Re or Ra, the sun god of religion. The devil or Satan is a man-made character of nature, that represents the darkness, the time of night, the time of winter. Satan is the deceiver of December, the decline of life which is death, represented by the absence of light which is darkness. This is why Satan in Hebrew is shad, as in shadow. The elite have fooled the sheep of VL to actually be scared of a fake shadow on the wall. Perhaps now you understand that the best slave is the one who does not know he is a slave. This is why the word prisoner means the prince of the sun. Our soul is named after the sun, the S-O-L. The slave prisoners are chained, and mind-controlled and made to believe in fake shadow concepts. The prisoner or Satan is unchained, or loosened for a season. If you know your Bible, then everything I am saying will make perfect sense. You see, in Plato's cave, I am the one who escaped prison. I crawled out of this fake hell and entered into the bright light of enlightenment. I have returned back to the cave of the underworld to try and help the sheep and explain to the chained prisoners, the innocent, yet ignorant fools, who think I am speaking crazy nonsense. The chained prisoners have two choices, to remain blissfully ignorant, or to break the chains that bind them.
Words of life.
Stupid name, I know, but it wasn't my own.
Buddy, is that your shadow? Are you afraid? Come on, we're going this way. It's just your shadow. It's just your shadow. You can't get away from it. Buddy, it's your shadow.
He's watching everything you do. Are you afraid of shadows?
I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in. I found my mind in a brown paper bag.
Wow, this bag is really full.
Just keep digging, darling.
I'll just feel around for them.
Good Lord, Austin. What sort of things do you keep in here?
Anything that catches my fancy, you know? Give it a good tug.
Do we really need this?
I'll ask you not to open that inside. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to wake you up, but I really want to show you something.
Turn off lights. Okay, ready? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I'm scared. Stop! I'm sorry. It's not funny.
Came a moment when all the elements came together. Design, engineering, and technology, unleashing a superbly equipped new breed of compact car, Dodge Shadow. With its 550 protection plan, 2- or 4-door availability, affordable price, the new Dodge Shadow is going to cast a giant shadow across America.
It's a gerbil. How did that get in your bag?
I don't know.
The elite think of us as cave rats, low flat down scum of the earth, which is why they also get the dirty filthy rats and mice to idolize MIC, KEY, MAUSE. The truth is, they are making fun of our stupidity. This is why Disney's logo or icon is the Mickey Mouse. The flatheads believe that this is entertainment, but the elite are using shadows to make fun of the dumb mice, the lab rats that are too ignorant to realize it's an allegory of Plato's cave on their stupidity.
Shadow puppetry is a kind of performing art. It uses music and operatic singing to accompany silhouette figures made from leather or paper. These figures are manipulated to create the illusion of moving images in front of an illuminated backdrop. Because it employs lights and shadows as the medium for storytelling, shadow puppetry can be considered as the ancestor of both Chinese opera and modern film. Chinese shadow puppetry can be traced back to 100 BC in the Yellow River region, where it culminated around 1300 AD. At times, there were an abundance of professional shadow play troupes.
Just feel it. And that is a very scary thing.
Was Rosemary's mind playing tricks? Or was someone or something stalking her through the king's chamber?
And this was not an apparition. You simply know when you are encountering something that's not quite of this world.
So what was it? Rosemary didn't wait around to find out.
It was like one of those movies where bad things are happening to people and a voice says, "Get out. It's time to go."
What did Rosemary Gillies see? Was she in real danger from a shadow, or was it something even more sinister? Incredibly, her experience is not unique. Hundreds have reported encounters with dark, humanoid, transparent creatures. They call them shadow people. But what are they? Rosemary has come to an incredible conclusion.
Shadow people come from other dimensions, parallel dimensions that are right here on this planet. They're just around a certain bend in space where we can't normally see them except under the right circumstances.
Are shadow people intruders from a parallel dimension? If so, how do they cross into our world? And what do they want? Chris French is a psychologist. He believes there is a simple explanation.
These shadow people are just shadows. The way that these shadow people are said to move is kind of a very fleeting motion. One moment they're there, next moment they're somewhere else. I mean, to me, it sounds very much like the way that shadows move.
Are shadow people simply random shadows? If so, what gives them such distinct human shapes? French believes the answer lies in a phenomenon called pareidolia.
Pareidolia refers specifically to this idea that we can sometimes think we see clear and distinct human forms in what is essentially just random background noise. So I think everybody's probably had the experience of looking at patterns on wallpaper and making out faces in those patterns. Or we look up in the clouds and we see animal shapes. People have found images of Christ in plates of spaghetti, in cinnamon buns, in the burn marks on tortillas. What you've got are really kind of more or less random patterns, but we will impose some kind of meaning on them. People tend to experience shadow people in certain kinds of locations. If you're in a forest, if you're in a cave, if you're in somewhere where there's lots of shadows, then those are precisely the kind of random background visual noise situations where you might actually think you can see things that aren't there. And there's probably also the fact that in certain kinds of environments there are reasons why we might actually feel on edge. So for example, if you went into a cave and there's a very, very high ceiling in the cave, then again that will tend to make us feel slightly on edge because we don't know what's up there, what might be about to jump on us. And if you think of this from the evolutionary perspective, it makes sense that in certain locations we are more kind of alert, more on guard, more aware of possible threats in the environment than in other places.
But many who have encountered shadow people feel physically threatened. Why?
I think one of the reasons that people often perceive these things as being something potentially threatening is because that's the way we've evolved. In terms of our evolutionary history, then it makes sense that we have cognitive systems that are very much tuned to picking up on possible threats in the environment. And so very often, if we think we can see some kind of form, if we think there's something out there that might do us harm, then it's better to err on the side of perceiving it that way as a potential threat and getting out of any possible danger rather than to take any risks.
Are our survival instincts tricking us into believing a shadow is a terrifying and real creature?
It's an extremely common phenomenon for perfectly sane people to sometimes see things that aren't actually there. There are parts of the brain that are hardwired to recognize faces and human forms. And so sometimes those parts of the brain will actually fire when what we're looking at are really just shadows.
Are shadow people simply shadows? Rosemary Gilley isn't convinced.